You two ready to record?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, action. Welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. I'm WCTV staff member Adrian, filling in this week. We're coming to you from the Wolfeboro Community Television studios, where we bring your community to view. We say thank you to our friends at the Yum Yum Shop for underwriting Next Week in Wolfeboro. It is through the support of underwriters and donors like you that programs like this are possible on Wolfeboro Community Television. If you would like to underwrite a program for Wolfeboro Community Television, please contact our producers at 569-0219. We also want you to let your friends and family from out of town know they can watch this program on YouTube. Once you are logged in, just search for Next Week in Wolfeboro and you will find our channel. Here's some other things we would like to share with you, starting with Saturday, August 30th. The Wolfeboro Makers Mill have a free game night from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, August 31st. The Wolfeboro Makers Mill have their monthly Repair Cafe from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, September 1st. Happy Labor Day! Tuesday, September 2nd. The Wolfeboro Planning Board will be meeting at the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 7 p.m. If you would like to watch the Planning Board meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting this meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel. Wednesday, September 3rd. The Wolfeboro Select Board will be meeting at the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to watch the Select Board meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting this meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel. Friday, September 5th. The Wolfeboro Public Library have Friday morning Scrabble at 10:30 a.m. Monday, September 8th. The Wolfeboro Public Library has drop-in cribbage at 1 p.m. The Wolfeboro Zoning Board of Adjustment will be meeting at the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 6 p.m. If you would like to watch the Zoning Board meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting this meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel. The Governor Wentworth Regional School District School Board will be meeting at the Kingswood Art Center at 6 p.m. Okay, let's send it over to the Parks and Recreation Department. Tucker Goslin is ready with an update on all things Parks and Rec. We're sending it over to you, Tucker Goslin.
Tucker back here at Wolfeboro Parks and Rec, giving you guys an update for this week. So what's going on? September Senior Lunch is going to be on Monday, September 8th. We're going to be serving shepherd's pie, salad, breadsticks, and a surprise dessert for that. So make sure to sign up to find out what that is. Thank you to all of our vendors, our staff, and everybody who came out to all of our Food Truck Friday events this year. Your energy, enthusiasm, and appetite made each Friday unforgettable. We love seeing families, friends, and foodies come together to enjoy great eats and good company. These gatherings wouldn't be possible without your support, and we're looking forward to next year's already. So thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Pop Wheel and Ice and Arts Center is open for the season, so make sure to check Rec Desk calendar for all of the stick practice and public skate times. Those are all posted on there weekly, as well as on the Facebook page. Pop Wheel and Ice and Arts Center and Abenaki Ski Area. We do a weekly post on Sundays for the upcoming week for all the times. So make sure to check Rec Desk calendar or Facebook for all those times. Speaking of events here at Pop Wheel and Ice and Arts Center, we're going to be having an adult learn to play hockey. That registration is live. That is through Power Play Hockey League. We had that here last year. We're doing it again this year. I believe it is on Mondays at 8:30 at night for 12 weeks. Make sure to check Rec Desk for all the other information on that. Are you interested in learning on how to figure skate? We are going to have a ISI certified figure skating instructor here at Pop Wheel and Ice and Arts Center, and we are the only rink in the state of New Hampshire that is ISI certified. So registration with ISI is required to participate in this, along with registering through us on Rec Desk, so make sure to do that. You can check Rec Desk for all those details. We are accepting applications now for Abenaki ski area. It does feel like it is far away, however, it will come up sooner rather than later. So make sure to either stop in on the office or check online to get our new staff application. You can fill that out, drop it off here, and then we'd be happy to have you guys. We have a fun summer wellness series for seniors. This is still going on with the Granite VNA. So make sure to check Rec Desk for all the details. We post on the calendar part of Rec Desk for when those times and dates are, so make sure to check that out. Registration for our fall soccer is now filled up, but don't worry, we do have a wait list, so make sure to sign up for the wait list if that's something you're interested in. If we have openings, we'll be sure to give you guys a call as soon as possible to fill those extra spots. Our field hockey registration is also live. We only have a handful of spots for that. I believe the max is 25. I believe we're right around 21, 22. So only a couple spots left. So make sure to go on Rec Desk to check updated roster numbers for that. And if we have any spots available, we'd love to have you, so please sign up for that as soon as possible. The registration for our 33rd annual Turkey Trot is also now live. Check Rec Desk for all the details on that. And if you're looking to volunteer for that, we would love to have you. We're always looking for extra volunteers to give an extra helping hand. You can call the office here to find out more information about that. Our number here is 603-569-5639. So again, you can call the Parks and Rec office here, 603-569-5639. We still have a few more spots open for our November session of Safe Sitter. So if you're looking to get Safe Sitter certified to be a babysitter for the upcoming winter, you can register for our class here that's held up at the Abenaki Ski Lodge. So make sure to check the Rec Desk for all the times and details on that. The other thing that we would be looking for volunteers for, if you can't make Turkey Trot this year, to volunteer for that, we are looking for volunteers for Last Night Wolfeboro. So again, if you're interested in that, please call the office. And that's all from us. Thank you so much. Have a good week.
Thank you, Tucker Goslin. Joyce Davis is at the Wolfeboro Public Library with an update. We're sending it over to you, Joyce Davis.
Hi, Adrian. Our sci-fi fantasy book group will be meeting on Tuesday, September 2nd at 6 o'clock to discuss the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. There's still a little time, so if you want to pick up a book and join us, please feel free. Registration is now open for September's Chair Yoga for Seniors. The classes will be held on Fridays, September 5th, 12th, and 26th at 1 p.m. in our Bradley room. You should register for each class separately. Chair yoga offers a gentle and accessible way to improve flexibility, strength, and balance without putting strain on joints. A waiver is required. One waiver will cover all your yoga registrations. Register on our website or call us for assistance. We'll return to the classics in our next Second Tuesday book discussion on September 9th at 1 o'clock. We'll be discussing The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton. Published in 1905, it's a comedy of manners about vast wealth and a woman who can define herself only through the perception of others. The beautiful Lily Bart lives among the nouveau riche of New York City, people whose millions were made in railroads, shipping, banking, and land speculation. In this morally and aesthetically bankrupt world, Lily, aged 29, seeks a husband who can satisfy her cravings for endless admiration and all the trappings of wealth. Copies are now available. Join Drew Bush, Executive Director of the Mount Washington Observatory, on Wednesday, September 10th at 6 o'clock. He'll be at our library to discuss the early history of weather observation on Mount Washington and all the way up to the present-day projects and programs the observatory undertakes today. And join us on Tuesday, September 16th at 6 o'clock for The State of New Hampshire Birds, presented by New Hampshire Audubon senior biologist Dr. Pamela Hunt. In the last 50 years, scientists estimate that North America has lost roughly 3 billion birds meaning that there are only 3/4 as many birds around as there used to be. New Hampshire Audubon has been tracking bird populations in the state for almost as long, and in this State of the Birds report, they'll present a summary of how birds are doing in New Hampshire. Almost 300 species occur regularly here, and this report outlines population trends, major threats and habitats, and some of the conservation strategies that might help them recover. The bad news is birds are declining here. The good news is there's something we can do about it. The first meeting of our military history reading group will be on Wednesday, October 1st at 3 o'clock. The opening reading will be Eugene Sledge's With the Old Breed. Copies of the book are now available. And our It's a Mystery book chat will meet again on Wednesday, October 1st at 11 o'clock. They'll be discussing Richard Osman's We Solve Murders. It's an engaging mystery novel that introduces a dynamic new detective duo, Amy Wheeler and her father-in-law, Steve Wheeler, a retired London Metropolitan Police officer, are drawn together by a series of puzzling murders involving influential figures. Pick up your copy. The library will be hosting our first ever houseplant swap on Saturday, October 4th from 10 to 1. You can drop off plants, cuttings, or propagations and pick up some new greenery to take home. There's lots more information on our website, so please check it out. And Beth from the Lakes Region Genealogy Interest Group is offering free one-on-one help on Wednesdays from 10 to 3. Whether you're just starting out or you have lots of knowledge but need a little help, Beth can help you. It's best to make an appointment, so please visit our website for more information. And don't forget, as always, if you're looking for something to do that's fun and free with no commitments, we have drop-in cribbage Mondays at 1, drop-in mahjong Thursdays at 1, and Scrabble Fridays at 10:30. Open to all. Thanks.
Thank you, Joyce Davis. Father Cole, Deacon Charlie, Deacon Chris, and Nathan Ledoux are at St. Katherine Drexel Catholic Church with a report. We're sending it over to you, Father Cole and crew.
Father Bob Cole here, and we have two of our deacons here. We have Chris Conley and we have Charlie Ferraro, and we have our seminarian, Nathan Ledoux, with us this week. So we're really excited about that, and we want to hear about him going back to the seminary. So this is Friday morning here now at St. Katherine Drexel, as we're getting near the end of the month of August, and we're having Eucharistic adoration on. We just had Mass, and adoration goes until 1 o'clock. The church is open every Friday, and come and pray in the presence of the risen Christ. And people love to come. The door is open. So if you need some private time with Jesus, he's waiting for you, and the price is right. He doesn't charge any consultation fees. He's really quite reasonable. So here we are now, Labor Day weekend, and it's a very early Labor Day this weekend. Monday, September 1st is Labor Day, and I understand some of the schools, they've already started going back to school before Labor Day. We always went after Labor Day.
I like that much better, Father.
Look how well we turned out.
Yeah, we did okay.
So well. But anyway, school has begun, and so keep that in mind now. This weekend will be the last 7 o'clock Mass on Sunday morning until May for Memorial Day. So we go from Memorial Day in May to Labor Day with the 7 a.m. And then next week we'll resume the 4 on Saturday, the 8:30 and 10:30 on Sunday morning. So we're beginning religious education now on the 8th. So
That's great, Father. I might need to go back for some lessons there, because, you can't remember everything.
No.
But Gertrude does a wonderful job with it. She really does.
Right on. So this next Sunday, the 7th of September, will be resume the religious education classes after the 8:30 Mass. Okay, and we're still looking for more altar service. That would be.
Going to talk about that a little bit today. Yep.
All right. Okay. So, Nathan, why don't you tell us about where you're going and what you're up to?
Sure. So I'll be returning back to Rome in about a week's time. I'll be finishing my theological studies in the Eternal City. I'll be starting a new degree program, and I will be ordained a deacon, like Deacon Charlie and Deacon Chris, on October 2nd at St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. With my classmates, there's 17 of us to be ordained as deacons from the United States and Australia. And after that day, we'll be entering ministry, and we'll still be in class full-time as students for one more year. And then, God willing, I'll be ordained a priest next June in Rhode Island. And in fact, this weekend, before I go back to Rome, I'm going to share a bit of my vocation story with the parishioners at all the Masses. So whatever Mass you might come to, I can share a little bit about how the Lord invited me to follow Him in seminary, and God willing, soon to be as a deacon and then as a priest. And what did that call sound like? What did God's voice, how did it come? And it was certainly not like a burning bush like Moses received, but the still quiet voice of the Lord calling out in my heart over time. So just being able to share that with the folks who are coming to Mass this weekend at all the Masses, so it's not just one of them, but all of them. So I'll be able to share some of that story, what life is like in the seminary, and hopefully encourage some other young people out there to consider a vocation to the priesthood and to listen for that still, quiet voice of the Lord calling out. Because He is calling people in this parish and all over New Hampshire, all over our country, and all over the world. So we give thanks for that gift, and I look forward to sharing that with folks this weekend.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing you. And for us this weekend, we just have to say Mass. He's going to do all the
We
work.
got to do the heavy lifting.
But it'd be great for the people to meet and see a real live seminarian, a young man in his 20s, getting ready for ordination. It would be kind of exciting. So we really are grateful that you're here. Now, he's being ordained for Providence, Rhode Island, and but his mom and dad have moved into our parish here in Tuftonboro. So in that sense, he's a member of our parish too. And
There you go.
we're very, very grateful.
Yeah.
Very, very, very grateful for that. So it's really a real blessing to have a young vocation and to be able to follow you. We want to pray for you and follow you through diaconate in October, and then ordination next June.
Yeah.
Okay, God willing. We did hear this about Pope Leo. I don't know, I think it's true. The Papal Palace, they call it. It's a part of the Vatican where the Pope lives. And Pope Francis chose not to live there. He focused very much on poverty and simplicity. But we did hear that Pope Leo, who is a religious, ordained a religious priest, an Augustinian, wants to move into that quarters with 2 or 3 other Augustinians. So it will become like a little, would you call it a
Seminary.
monastery?
Yeah, seminary.
Are they monks or friars? Are they monks? I don't know.
I think they're friars.
Friars.
Augustinian friars.
Friars. So it would become a friary, and in that sense they're supposed to live in community, and so he won't be living all by himself. He'll be living with 2 or 3 other Augustinians, and I think that's a great use of that space, and very creative use of it, really. So that's kind of exciting.
How much is the rent, you know?
Now they can divide it. They can divide it in 4 now.
They can divide it in 4.
So these are kind of exciting things. And you've met Pope Leo.
Yeah. So Pope Leo came to our seminary in Rome
Oh, he did?
last November for Thanksgiving Day, since that's not a holiday in Italy. But he came to celebrate when he was Cardinal Prevost. He was our celebrant for Thanksgiving Day Mass. I was his Master of Ceremonies. And then on June 1st, after he was elected Pope, 13 of us from the college were able to go down to St. Peter's Square and serve Mass for him, and we got to shake his hand and tell him where we're from and what we're doing here in Rome, and it was really a neat opportunity to walk up to the Holy Father and say, "Good morning, Your Holiness, it's a pleasure to meet you," and hear his Midwest O's come out, when he's responding to us. It was really it's a great privilege to have met the Holy Father, but also to be able to relate to him at such a deep level. It seems, maybe a little surface level thing, but language and culture really run deep, and so to be able to share that with him a bit was really neat.
Yeah, and what a treat for him to be able to hear the New England accent.
Oh,
Yeah. True.
As opposed to the Chicago accent.
That's it,
That's
what
right.
a treat. So really, you've served Mass for him. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's
Who's mentioned that to the congregation?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind
Oh,
of neat.
yeah.
We're all jealous. Everybody's jealous, isn't that right? We're all
It's kind
jealous.
of neat, yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking for this, that's this weekend now. So our seminary, Nathan Ledoux, at the 4 o'clock on Saturday, 7 a.m., 8:30 and 10:30 Sunday morning. I also want to thank everybody who supported the parish picnic this past Sunday at Camp Bernadette on Lake Wentworth. I think there were 300 people there. I think there was. And the Knights of Columbus did all the cooking. Dave Curry organized it all. There were so many volunteers, people registering us, parking the cars, and wonderful activities for the kids, great activities for the kids. And I loved especially to see the intergenerational activity where people in their 70s were playing, what do you call the corn toss?
Cornhole.
Oh, yeah.
Cornhole, yeah.
Cornhole with teenagers and little kids. Just the intergenerational activity was quite exciting, and it was a beautiful day, weather-wise, and our sister parish from Dorchester, Massachusetts, came up with a busload of people. About 50 parishioners from Dorchester, Mass. came up. So it was a beautiful day. So we're grateful for everybody who made that possible. Okay, so the doors open. Confessions are at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and then Mass at 4, Sunday morning, 7, 8:30, and 10:30. And take Monday off, everybody, September 1st. God bless. Take care.
Thank you, Father Cole, Deacon Charlie, Deacon Chris, and Nathan Ledoux. And thank you for tuning in to our weekly program. Remember, there's always something to do in and around Wolfeboro. If you would like to add an event to our program, please contact Wolfeboro Community Television Station at 569-0219 or send an email to wctv25@gmail.com. We hope to see you out and about, and we look forward to seeing you next week. With clear eyes and full hearts, I'm Adrian from Wolfeboro Community Television, bringing your community to view.